Namaste, everyone, and welcome to today's yoga session. Let us begin in a comfortable seated position. Feel free to adjust. Make sure sit bones are in contact with the ground. Straighten the spine, keeping the shoulders relaxed. Back of the palms on the knees. And let's bring the hands in Chin Mudra today. Gentle touch with the tip of the forefinger and the thumb. Keeping the facial muscles relaxed. Bringing all your attention to here and now. Every inhalation and exhalation, try to experience it fully. By paying complete attention to how the air flows in and how it flows out. And now see if you can notice the pauses between the inhalation and exhalation. So when you inhale and the inhalation ends, there is a momentary pause before the exhalation begins. And similarly, when the exhalation ends, a momentary pause, and then inhalation begins. See if you can start paying attention to that. Let the breath be natural. Now, while being aware of the breath, can you also be aware of the different parts in the body? So, without taking the attention away from the breath, see if you can start becoming aware of the hands, shoulders, middle section of the body, hips, thighs and legs, feet, neck, head and facial region. And now try to be aware of the whole body, but the primary focus is on the breath. Now let's take this one step further. While being aware of the breath and being aware of the body, can you also become aware of the surroundings by paying attention to the sounds around you? by sensing the space around you. And now see if you can feel that there is really no separation between the body and the surroundings. It is the same awareness which becomes aware of the body, and the same awareness which expands and becomes aware of the surroundings. So, at the level of this awareness, there is no separation between the body and the surroundings. Keeping the breath natural, slowly we will come to an end of our centering session. So bring your palms together in front of the chest and rub your palms. Take your time. Cup your eyes. Massage the eyes. And slowly you can start blinking open your eyes, looking into your palms and relaxing the hands. So let us first move the body a little bit and then we'll move into pranayama. So let's begin with the tabletop position. You can swing your legs behind you. Find the tabletop position. Spreading the fingers wide, palms under the shoulders, knees under the hips, legs are parallel. And as you inhale, arch your back, look up, let the belly drop. As you exhale, round the spine, chin to the chest. Inhale, lifting the tailbone up towards the ceiling. Exhale, tuck the tailbone in. Just like this, keep going at your own pace. This time, when you come into an arch position, stay there for a few seconds, keeping the spine arched, looking up, and continue to breathe. Do not hold your breath. Next exhalation, round your spine, chin to the chest, gently pushing the ground away from you. Continue breathing. And next inhalation, back to the neutral position. From the neutral position, stretch your right leg behind you, toes on the ground. Keeping the toes on the ground, just go back and forth with the heel to warm up your hamstring muscle. Switch legs, bringing the right in, left back. Just warm up that muscle. Come back and come to a seated position now. Let us warm up the hips now. So we'll come into Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together. Intertwine fingers, wrap it around the feet. With a straight spine, you can start flapping your legs. Try to breathe steadily as you do this. Now we'll slow down this and try to focus on the range of motion. So how much can you bring it up? How much can you bring it down? Bring that full range of motion in the hips. And you can increase the speed again. Try to maintain that range of motion even when you're going faster. Yes. And now release. Stop the movement. Take the feet slightly away from you. We'll go into a forward fold. So as you inhale, arms up, keeping the spine straight. Now keep reaching forward. So for as long as possible, try to keep the spine straight. And then you may round the spine, placing the fingers down, place the head down. Breathe comfortably. As you inhale, start walking the fingers back, lifting your hands up. Exhale, relax. We'll move into Gomukhasana from here. So take one leg, pull it out. So you can begin with your left. Place the left foot outside the right hip. And then the right leg comes on top like this. So try to walk this foot back and then use your hands to lift up and sit in the middle. From this position, just breathe and relax for a second. Try to not let this top leg be passive. So don't just let go of it. Keep it engaged. I mean the right leg. For you, it's the right leg. And now we'll lift the right hand up. Left hand goes from behind the back. And without forcing too much, try to go as close as possible. You need not bind your hands today. If you can, that's okay. Go ahead and do it. But the important thing is not pushing it too much. And now from this position, straight in the spine, look forward. 5 deep breaths. Next inhalation, you can relax your hands first and then switch your legs. Slowly unwind. Take your time. This time the right foot comes out. Left comes over. Making sure you're sitting in the middle. Making sure the top leg is not passive. Straight spine. Bring your left hand up. Right hand from the bottom. Breathe comfortably. If you feel like, oh, this is such a deep stretch and I need to get out of the pose, it means you've gone too far. So we need to be in a place where we can experience stillness and pleasantness while being in the posture. Deep breaths. And slowly unwind the hands first, then the legs. And just sit down comfortably. Next, we will alternate between lateral stretch and twist. So lift your hands up, inhale, exhale, left hand comes down and bend laterally. Now, when you're doing this, no need to just put all your weight down like this. Go only up till the point where the body is still engaged. Breathe. Inhale, come up. Exhale, other side. Inhale. Exhale, twist on the left side. So your left hand goes back, right hand to the left knee, and twist. Back to the center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, relax. So you can relax now. And we'll finish it off with some neck stretches. Then we move into pranayama. So placing the palms on the knees, we'll just do 360-degree rotation of the neck. So you can let the head fall down, move it to one side, take it back, complete the circle. Keep going like this and match your breath with the movement. Inhale when the head goes up, exhale when it comes down. Reverse the direction now. One last round. Once you finish, come back to the neutral position. Take your time. And now settle down in a comfortable position, preferably cross-legged, but you can make any adjustments that you want. So today we'll be uh, using this workshop as an avenue to just understand deeper what we are practicing. So we'll practice first Kapalbhati. And I know both of you have practiced it before, but we'll just go into a little bit of deeper nuances about what really is happening and what we're supposed to do. So, as you know, in Kapalbhati, we do forceful exhalations like this, sucking the belly in when the exhalation happens. And inhalation, we don't even pay attention. The body just inhales by itself. So, the important thing here is you will notice when you practice, let's say we'll be practicing 30 counts. So, after practicing the 30 counts, as soon as you end, like for example, and then as soon as I end the practice, for a few seconds, you will feel that there is no need for me to breathe. It's a breathless state. You will feel some movement of energy and some movement of energy around the nostril area as well. But for a few seconds, you will be able to sustain this breathless state where the body doesn't feel the need to breathe. And then you can keep paying attention. As soon as the next inhalation wants to come, you inhale, then exhale, and then again, for the second time, there will be a breathless state. It will be of shorter duration than the first one, but it will come. And then you can just breathe again. So, this last part is what we are trying to get to through the main practice. So, let's just try one round and then we can see if there are any questions or if you guys are able to experience that. So, we'll just practice for 30 counts at a medium pace. And then, as soon as it ends, you can count for yourself. So, as soon as the 30 counts are done, try to be in that breathless state for as long as possible. Let's begin. Coming back to a state of natural breathing, you can gently blink open your eyes. So just give me a thumbs up if you were able to experience the breathless state. And if not, if there's any question, you can just unmute yourself and ask. Okay, Azim, you were able to experience it. Both times? Okay. Yes, Siley.
So I don't have a question, but I automatically went into like inhalation. It just happened as soon as I stopped. Like,
As soon as you stopped.
yeah.
Hmm. And then
And then it was like
continue breathing.
natural breathing, huh?
Hmm. Yes, as soon as you exhale the last round, a natural inhalation may happen. But after that, see if you can just be um, without actively breathing and notice if the body is trying to breathe at that time. Most probably, you will experience that it doesn't feel the need to breathe for a few seconds. So let's try it again. This time we can go up to 40 rounds. And you can choose your own pace. I'll do it at my pace, but you can feel free to go faster if you want. And no need to go extra strong in the last round. Keep it even and then just stop and then experience the breathless state. So let's practice. After experiencing the breathless states, let the natural breath come back. Just breathing comfortably, noticing what's happening in the body, and blink open your eyes. Are there any questions, or were you able to experience the breathless state? Okay. Anyway, at the end of the class, we'll keep some time for a discussion. So let's go ahead and practice the third round this time. This time, feel free to experiment. So you can go faster, you can go for more rounds. Just try not to go to a place where it's like exertion. So listen to your body, but at the same time, feel free to explore. Let's begin. The breathless state we are experiencing is a very good example of a deep meditation because as you meditate more and more, the breath becomes subtler and subtler. And why does that happen? Even through pranayama, what we are trying to do is not rely on the breath to give us prana or life force, or there is prana all around us. and yet there is a separation, which is why we can't just directly consume the prana, which is why there is always a need for the body to breathe. As you progress on yoga, or if you go into a deeper meditation, the breath becomes subtler and subtler, and it reaches to a point where you don't even feel like you're breathing, but the body is still alive. And that's because the body becomes open to receiving prana just generally. So, with that in mind, we'll move on to the next one. You can blink open your eyes if your eyes are closed. So, we'll practice Nadi Shodhana now, which is alternate nostril breathing or Anulom Vilom. So, first, just check if both your nostrils are open. Is it open? Okay. Um, if it's not, there are a few things that you could do. One of them is you take your thumb inside, make a big fist, tight fist, and then you have to stand up and kind of jog a little bit with lifting the knees up to the chest. In my experience, I when I do Vashishtasana, the side plank pose, uh, whichever side is so if my right nostril is blocked, I'll do it on the left side and it opens up. So these are a few things that work. Right now it's open, so we'll just continue directly. Nashika Mudra with your right hand. And we'll practice 7 rounds. The idea is to go as slow and as subtle as possible. And what we practiced in the beginning, finding that point. So when the inhalation ends, notice that point where there is a pause, and then the exhalation starts. And similarly on the way back. So let's practice for 7 rounds. I'll instruct how to begin. So first inhale with both nostrils, exhale with both, inhale with both, exhale on the left. Now inhale on the left, exhale on the right, inhale on the right, exhale on the left, and keep moving like this. Keep going. When you finish the 7th round, exhale on the left side and then release the hands, but take your time. And as you practice this, notice the tendency of the mind to make this into a repeated activity, and then the mind goes away into different thoughts. Whenever you finish, keeping the hands relaxed, breathe consciously with both the nostrils. Blinking open your eyes. See if you can continue to be in that meditative state even with the eyes closed. So you're seeing everything but not focusing on anything. The attention is still on the breath and the inner body. Let us do one more round. This time we can go up to 10 counts. So you can begin whenever you're ready. Keep going at your own pace. And keep being aware of how present you are with the practice. Or does the mind have a tendency to think about other things? Finish the last round with an exhalation on the left side. After that, you can relax your hands. There's no rush, take your time. See if you can become the witness, being in the background, watching everything arise and pass away, and being deeply established as the witness. Can you know yourself as the witness which is aware of the body, which is aware of the breath, which is aware of the mind, of the thoughts, sensations, emotions? And we can only become aware of something that we are not. So by being aware of all these things, one can realize that you are not it. You are the one which is perceiving it or becoming aware of it. And that is the witness. Blink open your eyes. We will also practice Bhramari Pranayama today, and we will practice it in different way. So, as you know, in Bhramari, we will use the thumb to block the ears. Now, how much should we block? So first, let's figure that out. We will block the ears and make a humming sound like this. Mm, and then you can adjust. You go deep and you go very shallow. So you will notice that on both the extremes, the sound kind of fades away. But there is some point in the middle where the sound starts to resonate with the face and with the other parts of the body, and it becomes loud. So let's figure that out. For all of us, we'll practice that using just the thumb and making a humming sound and then adjusting, finding that middle point. I'll put down my AirPods for this. So, were you guys able to figure out that point, that exact point? Very nice. Okay. So we will keep it over there. Now with what to do with the fingers. So the forefinger, this time we are going to practice it differently. We're going to place it right on top of the eyeballs. So once the eyes are closed, just gently placing it over the eyeballs so that when you make the humming sound, the resonance comes there. The middle finger will come over here on the side of the nose. Again, a gentle touch. Ring finger above the upper lip and pinky below the lower lip. So it can get a little tricky to get all of them down. See if you're able to figure it out. So once again, you can actually, if it's difficult, you can begin with the pinky. Then come the ring, middle, index, and thumb. Let's practice 3 rounds. When you finish, you can keep your hands relaxed, eyes closed. Notice the silence and the spaciousness inside. From this place, we will move into a small guided meditation. So, if you need to adjust the body, this is the time to do it. After this, try to bring stillness first on the physical level, then relax your breath, bringing stillness on the pranic level. And now comes the mind. It is not possible to just bring stillness at the level of the mind. The thoughts arise and pass away of their own accord. All we can do is establish ourselves as a dispassionate observer. When I say dispassionate, I mean whatever arises, a good thought or a bad thought, or urgent or not urgent, you watch it simply for what it is, a thought which has arisen and will pass away. So we keep watching it like this, and at the same time, we are aware of the breath and the body. So that's the meditation we'll practice today. You can sit straight. Feel free to take some support if you need to. And let's begin. Ask yourself, am I fully aware right now? Am I the witness right now? Or have I become the thinker, the doer? As soon as you realize, just coming back to watching everything objectively, and slowly you can blink open your eyes. Let's see if you can still stay in that meditative state where you're aware of the outside perception as well and what's happening inside as well. And with that, we'll go into a lying down position. So we are basically continuing the meditation of being a witness, just in a lying down position now. Let the feet fall outwards in the opposite direction, hand by the side. You can take deeper breaths to begin with. After a while, let the breathing be natural. Excuse me. If it becomes difficult to be a witness in this position, you can actively move your attention around the body, feeling different parts from within, feeling the whole body from within, and then practice again, trying to be a witness. Slowly invite some movement in the body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Move the wrists and ankles. Take your hand over the head and give yourself a full body stretch. Keeping the hands relaxed, bend the knees and roll over to the right side, supporting your head with your hand. With the support of your hand, push yourself up. Coming up to a comfortable seated position. We'll finish with a chant, Loka Samasta, Sukhino Bhavantu, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, which means may there be peace within myself and within everyone else. So you can repeat after me if you want, or just listen. Palms together. Inhale. Loka samastha sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And slowly you can blink open your eyes. Namaste and thank you for joining.